Here in the Profitap booth at Cisco Live 2023, we know that cybersecurity is something that's on everyone's mind. So in this presentation, we're going to take a look at how we can use the IOTA to find things like weak SSL connections, people trying to get into our network, and other cybersecurity threats. Let's go in and take a look at what TCP connections are being established into my network from the outside. So to do that, what I'm going to do is come over here and navigate to my TCP analysis. And I am going to set the destination IP address to the IP address of the outside of my firewall. So I'll set that to IP dest, and I'll put in the IP address of that firewall. So now I'm seeing all of the TCP connections going in and out of that firewall. What I want to focus on are just the ones that are coming inbound and where the TCP connection is being established. So in this case, I'm going to choose complete three-way. This will give me an idea of which ports are open on my firewall where people can establish a TCP connection. Now, port 80, port 443, I expect that. Port 8080, I don't. In fact, I'm going to sort by 8080 right there, and I can see all of these connections that are being established on port 8080 on my firewall. I don't really want that. So now I know I need to go into that firewall and block that destination NAT rule. So this is how we can use the TCP analysis screen to get an idea of the established inbound connections coming into our firewall. In addition to being able to tell what inbound connections are being established to the firewall, I can also come in and take a look at the SSL TLS overview. So I'll come in and select that from the menu. This gives me an idea of what kind of connections we see coming in and out of our network as far as encrypted connections. I'm going to delete that filter that I set up previously on my firewall, and what I'm interested in is any cases where we have weak ciphers going in and out of our network. So here I'm seeing that I've got a diagnosis of weak ciphers. I'm kind of curious on what devices are using these weak ciphers, so I'm going to select the server and I'm going to click on that, and that's going to take me to the host window. Now, from there, I can come in and tap on flows. And this shows me what devices are talking to that server. Now, in this case, I can see that those devices are all of these IoT devices. These are smart light bulbs that I've got connected up. So the HTTPS client on these light bulbs is using a weak cipher to communicate with that server. Now, where's that server located? Well, I can come up here and click on location, drill into that. I can see where the server's located. I can see the DNS name associated with that server, and I can see what other IP addresses are associated with that server. So this is where I can go in, identify where I might have weaknesses in my SSL TLS, see where those servers are, and what devices are using those.